So there you have it. Now these two teams have an opportunity to face each other 4 times this season because of the EFL Cup draw, the semi-final. And will Ange win the EFL Cup? That's $1 million question. But Anna Slot says he wants him to win. But of course, you know, maybe not against Liverpool, but the manner in which he puts it, interesting, isn't it? It will be Tottenham Hotspur up against Liverpool. Kwame, we've seen the preview, the errors which happened in the previous games, and of course, importantly, as a football is about moments and chances. Absolutely. So how they took their chance. Yeah. What should we anticipate?
It's going to be a highly entertaining game because that's what Tottenham Hotspur gives us. Ange's teams. He's so bent on implementing his philosophy, his way of football against whichever team that wants to play the way they want to play. Very open, very attacking, leaving so much spaces behind. And that is exactly how teams. I mean, we watched the game last night against Man United, and clearly that's a typical Ange Postecoglou team. I mean, they will score, but you would always have it at the back of your mind that when you have a go at them, you could also have an opportunity or a chance to also have a goal or two.
But they've got a problem at the back, the goalkeeper.
Absolutely.
But the manager said he doesn't care.
You see, he sticks to whatever principles that he wants to play, and that's one thing you would like about him. No matter what, he doesn't change. That's how he wants to play his football. Yeah. You either live with it or you just find some other team to support. So basically, that is that. So they are coming up against a team that is so attacks very high, plays very ultra attacking football. Now, Liverpool, on the other hand, is a team that knows how to pick their moment in games. They are a team that knows when to conserve energy, to allow teams to attack them. They know a team that knows when to go and attack. They are a team that knows when to go on a mid block, a deep block. At every point in time, they pick their moment in the game. And that's so smart and intelligent of Ange Slot. Is the reason why they are here. I mean, a lot of people have said that, oh, Liverpool, how are they winning this game? It's a game, you watch some games and it's a game that Liverpool look like losing. Then some way, somehow, something springs up and they win. Exactly how they've been.
Do you feel that boils down to individual brilliance, or you feel still the manager's tactics?
That's what I'm talking about, the tactics, the way they go about it, picking their moment, reading the game, and I know at what point in time they have to, you know, open themselves up, at what point in time they have to close shop, at what point in time it's all about reading the game and knowing which moment. And that's why I really appreciate the work that Ange Slot has been doing with Liverpool, and it's exactly what is going to play out. Spurs would definitely have their moments. They will go on attacking. Liverpool, knowing Spurs, knowing that they will leave spaces behind, would play to the gallery and try and find spaces in behind, be able to, you know, cause havoc to them. So it has to do with Spurs and how they defend. If they are unable to defend those spaces behind them very well. And unfortunately, they've lost Mickey van der Ven, who is one of the players that's so quick in recovering, especially when they leave spaces. The manner of football that they play, or the kind of football that they play, it requires that you have a lot of speedsters at the back to be able to help you in recovery, given that you leave a lot of spaces in behind. So Liverpool, on the other hand, are a ruthless side. Unfortunately for them, Spurs, Liverpool have a lot of players coming back. Diogo Jota is back. Chiesa is back. Unfortunately, he haven't had that spark so far. Salah is also in the mood. A lot of the players are there. I mean, Cody Gakpo is also hitting some form at this point in time. So it's more of the Liverpool attack against how Spurs are able to defend and keep them at bay. Liverpool will definitely know how to defend, and they are the team with the meanest defense so far, considered the least number of goals so far in the league. So clearly they know what they are doing at the back. If they are able to keep Spurs at bay, they will definitely have their moments with the spaces that Spurs will leave behind, and then they will have the win. I think they will win at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, Kwame mentions an important thing. You know, a player who can run from behind and you know, help in their defensive duties as well. But then again lies on how sharp their attack should be. They always build great players, you know, Spurs. You know, talk about, you know, the guy that moved to Madrid, and now I'm talking about Gareth Bale, and now of course, you know, Luka Modric, the names, you know, the list goes on, and now there's Heung-min Son. You feel he's going to carry the team up? He scored a fantastic goal yesterday, you know, a corner straight into the net. You think he can do that same magic against Liverpool?
No, because Liverpool have a better goalkeeper, even in the backup department than Manchester United. That's at this point in time. Bayern, he's not fit to be at Man United, even as a backup. But you look at Liverpool, they have Alisson, they have Kelleher.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very good in that goalkeeping department. But I look at Liverpool and yeah, I fancy them winning this one, because look at Man United, even with all their challenges and all, they managed to score 3 goals against the Spurs side, and it's because of that shuffle in the back line. They are missing Cristiano Romero, they are missing Mickey van de Ven, and so what that means is you're likely to see Dragozen, who hasn't necessarily settled since he made a move to Spurs. I don't know if Archie will also be maintained in that.
They have no options now.
Yeah, he has no options now. So
the options they've got.
Yeah, very likely Archie will be maintained in that back line. That Spence will also be featured in there alongside Pedro Porro as fullback.
Yeah, a guy I love.
Yeah, so yeah, you have wrong pegs, square pegs in the round holes, and Man United didn't really press them consistently and put them under a lot of pressure. And even with that, they conceded 3 goals against Man United. And so when you're coming up against,
that was individual errors.
Yes, it's part of it, because ideally you wouldn't have Fraser Foster starting in a game for Spurs, unless maybe they've already qualified from, let's say, a group's qualification, let's say the Champions League or the Europa League. They've already qualified. Then he comes in, then he plays the backup role. But in a competitive game, yeah, you're likely not to see Fraser Foster because of who the manager is. He loves for his team to play out from the back. Fraser Foster isn't comfortable with the ball at his feet. We all saw the evidence on display in that Carabao Cup game. And so, yes, all of these issues will pop up. And it will pop up because Liverpool have a well-coordinated front line. Guys who are pretty much settled. The form hasn't been all that settled. Looking at the form of Darwin Núñez, Cody Gakpo, even Luis Diaz, he started quite hot earlier on in the season. He's tailed off a little bit. But once you have Mo Salah, yeah, you definitely have a consistent goal scoring threat. And that midfield is also functioning quite well. So, yeah, I fancy Liverpool's chances of beating Spurs in this one. Spurs, the only bit I'll give to them, the only sliver of hope I'll give to them is that midfield combo that they have. Is Bissouma and Pape Sarr. Brilliant combo. But, and I see them having the advantage over Liverpool, because they are more athletic than that Liverpool midfield. Their work rate is top notch, and they cover a lot of ground. But Liverpool can work their way around the wings, and that's where the spaces will pop up. Knowing very well that with Mohamed Salah, you have to commit more or less like two guys on him, and that leaves more spaces. Knowing very well that you are playing men who, or you're playing players who are really settled in that defensive position. Yeah, so you're likely to see some mistakes in there, not just in terms of passing, or maybe attempting to dribble and losing out on the dribble, losing out on the tackle, but in terms of raw positioning, how to position yourself to receive a pass, how to position yourself when you are out of possession, how to position yourself when you are facing the Liverpool counter-attack.
Okay.
The positioning, if the positioning is wrong, the spaces will be created, and Liverpool, yes, definitely will be there to take advantage. So yeah, I fancy them to beat Spurs in this one.